focus to yet another story. A team from Britain's Crown Prosecution Service recently inspected Tihar Jail in the national capital. Now, the visit comes as India steps up efforts to bring back fugitives like Nirav Modi, with the government seeking to assure the United Kingdom that those extradited will be housed in safe conditions. According to reports, we were also given to understand that the primary objective of the government is to demonstrate that Tihar can provide a secure and humane environment for high-profile accused. Now, in the past, British courts had rejected India's extradition petitions in some cases, citing jail conditions. Now, CNN News 18's Sanjay Suri joins us this morning. Sanjay, given the fact that previous extradition requests have been rejected, how important is this inspection for India now?
Well, this is a very promising indication, though we have to consider that the current round of inspections has been reported at New Delhi's Tihar Jail. But if you recall, in the case of Vijay Mallya, a jail cell had been prepared specifically for him at Arthur Jail in Mumbai. And a video of that was exhibited in the court here to satisfy the courts that the jail conditions would be acceptable. And they were satisfied, and they ordered extradition, both in the case of Vijay Mallya and then in the case of Nirav Modi. So India's extradition requests in the courts were actually successful. The reason we haven't had a physical extradition is that in both cases, Mallya and Nirav Modi, they found a loophole in British law, and after losing the extradition case and all appeals against extradition, they then sought political asylum. So they're both in Britain on political asylum. Mallya is, of course, on the loose, partying as always, and Nirav Modi is the one in jail. And so there is some hope now that there can be some movement, and there is a hope because the Prime Minister is none other than Keir Starmer. He's a career prosecutor. He was head of the Crown Prosecution Service for all of 5 years. And now as Prime Minister, he has the political will to get this creaking case moving. So there is some hope of some movement here finally.
Stay with us as we also have CNN News 18's Anshul Singh joining us. Anshul, a very good morning to you. I would like to understand from you about the next steps for India as it continues to push for the return of fugitives.
Well, yes, this is just another step that has been taken by the British government, because remember, as our colleague Sanjay mentioned, that this has been an ongoing process where fugitives have claimed that they do not get the right facilities or they do not get their rights in Indian prisons, and that is the reason why initially a video of Arthur Road Jail was sent to the UK authorities, and just recently a team of Crown Prosecution Services had in fact visited the Tihar Jail out here in the national capital, in which they went ahead and inspected Tihar Jail's number 4, where they inspected high security wards and also interacted with inmates. Is what sources are telling us. Basically, at this point in time, there are more than 20 fugitives who are stationed in the United Kingdom, and India is trying to put this message across that our legal systems, our systems that are in place, that are sufficient to make sure that the rights of these inmates are protected and they are tried. They are tried in the right way and in the right environment. And this visit, in fact, happened on July 16th, is what we are being told. And sources said that officials have already assured the CPS that care would be given to the prisoners who would be extradited. And then the team also asked if there could be any special enclosures that could be made to keep these high-profile prisoners. And the Tihar Jail authorities have in fact gone ahead and said that such provisions can also be made inside the Tihar Jail cell. So definitely this is a big step and a confidence-building measure that is being done from the side of the Indian authorities, trying to give this message across that all those high-profile fugitives that are stationed in the United Kingdom, not only Vijay Mallya and Nirav Modi, but there are other fugitives who belong to Khalistani terrorist groups as well, who are behind the jail cells in UK, and somewhere or the other, the Indian government is now trying to find out ways through which these fugitives can return to India and then eventually be tried according to the Indian Constitution.
Right. Also, Sanjay Surya, I would like you to jump into the conversation. I wish to understand from you, what are the key parameters which were assessed by this team, the CPS, during their inspection at Tihar Jail?
There are two levels at which prison conditions need to be considered satisfactory. The first is the court, and the court has to be convinced that any person whose extradition is sought will be kept in humane conditions and conditions that the court considers acceptable. So, in the case of Vijay Mallya and then in the case of Nirav Modi, this was a hurdle that was cleared out of the way by the Indian government. The Indian government, in a way, bypassed usual conditions in jail in Tihar or Arthur Road in Mumbai by creating a special space in Arthur Road intended to house Mallya. That convinced the court. But that said, after the court has given its ruling, and if extradition is physically to take place, then at the second stage, it is the Home Secretary who also has to make a determination whether the conditions will be satisfactory. So the human rights issue is also something that the Home Secretary has to be consider, and that has to be considered, therefore, at the official level. So it is possible that the government is poised to move some people and extradite some people, and it is at the second stage of the consideration that this inspection is being carried out. There is some hope, though not necessarily, as Anshul was pointing out, only perhaps for Nirav Modi or Vijay Mallya. There could be one or two or more of the others whose extradition is being moved.
All right, Sanjay, Anshul, thank you so much for bringing us those inputs.